What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And this is not another damn podcast. Presented by our damn selves. 208.
Yes.
Yo, 208.
8. Yes.
Yeah. Getting it in, man.
Woo.
What a week. I know where I want to start. I don't know where you want to start. I just got 2 words for you. 3 words, actually. Kwame fucking Brown. That's where I want to start. Yeah. Kwame Brown. Have you been following?
Yeah, I have one phrase to say. Y'all sort of make me unleash the dragon. They should have left him alone. Now you just unleashed the whole.
Some mama's cooking.
You unleashed the whole.
Sometimes talking about my mama's son. He gonna get some of mama's cooking right now.
Sometimes you gotta let sleeping giants lie. Just let them lie. Let them.
Here's the thing. This is 20 years worth of aggression right here. They've been roasting that man since 2001 and shit. And now he's talking. Now everybody's mad and shit that he's talking back and shit. Yeah. Now you mad and shit. Y'all been shitting on this man for
20 years. Let's
break it down for those that don't know who Kwame Brown is. He's the first ever high school player taken number 1 overall in the NBA draft. It's like because before him you had Kobe, you had KG, Jermaine O'Neal, T-Mac. Like none of them were number 1.
They never went number 1, right?
Kwame Brown was the first high schooler taken with the top spot. And why this was such a big deal was drafted by Washington. At the time, Michael Jordan was the lead executive at Washington. So like all eyes were on that. Like high schooler, number 1 pick, Michael Jordan. A lot of pressure on this dude.
A lot of pressure.
Pressure.
So the all-time greatest player of all time picked you a high school kid.
And that was Jordan's first pick, too. Like Jordan had just joined the Wizards. So your first move as an executive is to draft Kwame Brown. That's a lot there. Yeah. So, yeah.
Right. A lot of pressure. And think about how much, like he was like, what, 17, 18. So this is a kid. This is a child. This is a child. So this is a lot of pressure. So basically, he crossed so LeBron could run because LeBron drafted. LeBron
became the next number 1, and then Howard is the last one. And after Howard, that's when they got rid of the high schoolers. Like, hopefully, they about to undo that mistake. Adam Silver, fuck the NCAA. Yeah, Kwame Brown talked about the NCAA too. Like that's why I'm riding with Kwame right now. Talked about Kwame.
I ride with Kwame.
That's why we connected, me and Kwame, because he's shitting on him. That's why he went straight to the league. Because he knew the NCAA was a scam.
What's the shit? Yeah.
It's Kwame Brown. I think he had committed. I want to say to Florida. So it was like one of the colleges that committed. And then he had second thoughts. He said, "Fuck it, I'm going pro." And shit. Yeah.
I'm going pro. Yeah.
He was gonna go to college, and then he decided, "No, I'm going." And then got drafted number 1 overall. Yeah. And ever since then, his main adversary, I guess you would say, has been Stephen A. Smith, which we see in Kwame Brown is a certified scrub. Like he been shitting on that man since 2001 and shit. So now, Kwame Brown, he's giving him some of that mama's cooking right now.
Mama's cooking.
Yeah. I think he got the T-shirt out on his site. Mama's cooking. I think he got
Mama's cooking.
Kwame Brown definitely needs to have that trademark. I think he did because I saw a T-shirt with that. So I think he's actually
patent pending. He should do that. Patent pending.
Mama's cooking. Yeah. You done fucked up. Yeah.
Because I watched his was it Instagram Live? I watched the video of it. I was like, wow. I was like,
Brown he's dropping gems and shit. And what really what's really going on lately for let's get on more about Kwame Brown's career before we get into the bullshit that's going on now. Like I said, and he went from one hellhole to another because he started with the Wizards with Michael Jordan making his comeback. And here's what I didn't know about that, which makes sense. Kwame Brown leaked this on one of his lives. He said that the Wizards didn't even really want him and shit. They were going to trade him to the Bulls for Elton Brand and shit. Yeah. And you think Brand did get traded in that same draft, but for Chandler, who was the number 2 pick.
Right. Because Chandler, because Chandler was another high school kid.
It was and that's what he said. It was a bunch of high school. Everybody's shitting on me, but Chandler was high school. Eddie Curry was it was a bunch of high school.
Yeah, it was a bunch of high schoolers. Yeah. In that 01. Yeah.
The 01 class was the class of the high schoolers going straight pro. Yeah. That was the class, yeah. And
they're all like my age, like my age.
Kwame's 39 now, so they all around 40, all those guys.
Yeah, all those high schoolers like my age,
And Kwame talked about that. He said that because think about because that Jordan was coming back out of retirement at 39 years old. So he don't want to play with this teenager. He wanted, if Brand was a proven commodity by then. He was a 20 and 10 machine. Yeah. Like Brand was, I think, in his third year. So like he was proven. Kwame was the unknown. So they wanted to do the trade, but whatever happened, the trade fell through, and like the Bulls ended up dealing with the Clippers and trading Brand for Chandler instead.
For Chandler, yeah.
Which
I you were upset about when Chandler went there because you was like, why did they get rid of Ellen Brand?
Brand's a 20 and 10 machine for this unknown teenager. I was like, wow.
Yeah, you were mad. I remember you were mad about that. I remember
bad that. Feast. We all like we watching that draft. Like what?
Yeah, I remember you guys were all like, huh? Y'all was all like, I remember that. Y'all was
20
mad.
20 and 10 machine. It's like he's gonna give you 20 and 10 a night. Yeah, you knew what you were getting with Brand. He wasn't the flashiest dude, but he knew you're gonna get a solid 20 and 10.
He was a fundamental dude. He was fundamental.
Yeah. So that, and then they traded, yeah. And but that Kwame Brown says that the trade was originally supposed to be that. Here's what I think happened. I think it was still a lot of bad blood between Jordan and like Krause and them. Krause might have nixed the deal just to spite Jordan. Said, "No, what?
To spite him, yeah.
I'm gonna deal with the Clippers. we gonna because they won't trade Brand regardless. Krause wanted to trade Brand, like I don't know why, but yeah, he wanted to trade Brand for whatever reason. Yeah, like he was gonna trade it for the number 1 pick, but he decided to trade it for number 2 with the Clippers, and that's how Chandler ended up here. I think that was probably to spite Jordan because like if Jordan wasn't with Washington, they probably would have done the deal.
They probably would have done it.
Yeah. He's like Krause was like, nah, we're gonna do it.
Nah,
you ain't going last minute and shit. Yeah.
You're not getting him.
He's like, and Chandler's just as good as Kwame Brown, so we'd trade for him instead. But it's interesting if Kwame Brown had come here, Kwame Brown and Eddie Curry together. Like I would have seen like how that would work, and without the Jordan pressure on his shoulders, wonder how Kwame's career would have turned out.
Right.
Because you forget, like after the Wizards, like when Washington traded him, guess what they traded him to? They traded him from the Wizards to the Lakers. So you go from Jordan talking shit to this, to Kobe Bryant screaming.
Kobe Bryant.
Like he was like set up for failure pretty much.
I can't win.
His career.
I can't win because
I was saying like the first 5 years of his career, all of this was happening.
Like you have Jordan, and then you have Jordan version 2, because Kobe basically was a Jordan clone.
Those guys were like mad competitive. Like they not the
clone, yeah.
With young talent, they weren't nurturers. That's what I say. Like yeah, like they gonna talk shit, like both of them.
And we gonna hammer the issue home. It's like you gotta get out here, and if you miss a free throw, you want to shoot 100 free throws until you get 100 in a row. You want to come out here and do this.
Or if you miss it, say, mess up on a play, like, dude, you suck, man. Why are you even in the league? Like, yeah, and you 18, 19 here and that.
They going to hammer it home
with you. Confidence is like, yeah.
They going to hammer it home with you. They weren't for the faint. They weren't for the faint heart, Jordan or Kobe. Like, they were both super competitors, and that's why they excelled at the top of their game. Why both of them did.
Mm-hmm. So he went from one bad situation to another bad situation. So Kwame Brown was set up for failure pretty much. Like so.
Yeah. And then for him being so young, it's like, because in 5 years, it's like you think about 18, you're 23. It's like you're still very young. 23, that's so young. You're a child still. You're young.
Dude, he's not even 40 now. Like, and he got drafted 20 years ago. That's how young he was. Like, he's not even 40 years old now. It's crazy, man.
So young, yeah.
But then, but even with all of the like I said, and he's considered, if not the, like one of the biggest NBA bust of all time. People call him that. Yeah, he's been considered, and I can't. I'm not above it. I've called him that before.
You've called him that before, yeah.
I never said he was the biggest bust. I think that's Anthony Bennett. That's just my opinion. And there's other ones like Sam Bowie, Olowokandi, Greg Oden. Is a bunch of busts that were like drafted near the top. It's like, yeah, like that had worse careers than Kwame Brown. Like these guys, right. Yeah, like Anthony Bennett, he had like a 4-year career or something like that. Kwame Brown lasted like 12 seasons. People forget that. Like, even though in NBA, he didn't pan out as the star he was supposed to be, but he turned into a serviceable role player. Like
he found a spot on people's team. He found a spot on the team. He found a spot.
Yeah, he was a serviceable big man. Yeah, so he was. He'd give you like 8-10 points a night, maybe like 7-8 rebounds. That's like where
that's good. That's
somewhere like that. Yeah.
That's good if you're just a role. If you're just like
here's the thing. Like if he wasn't drafted number 1 overall, nobody would call him.
That would have been perfectly fine.
His numbers were similar to like my homie, like Nazi. Like, but Nazi was drafted 29. Kwame Brown was drafted 1 in his draft. So like, yeah, that's the difference. Like you turn it to like a serviceable role player, and like which is fine. Like if Kwame was drafted in the 2nd round, nobody would have called him. Okay, yeah, he's doing what he's supposed. But him to be taken number 1, and that's why it was so bad, because his numbers were like around like what DeAndre Jordan's numbers are, like that. Like he has similar numbers like that and shit. Yeah. But Jordan, I think, was a 2nd round pick, so like nobody calls him. Yeah. He got similar numbers like that. Yeah. But here's he had a 12-year career. So like I'll consider that a long career.
That's a success. That's a successful career, because you think about most athletes, if you make it past 5 years, then you're doing something right. If you make it, because you think about how fast it moves. Yeah. Like the next like group of people come out, it's like, oh, we don't want you no more. We on this now. Oh, we on this now. So it's like for him to last 12 seasons, he was doing something correct to last 12
2001, seasons. I think he retired in 2013.
Oh yeah, that's long. Yeah, that's long. Yeah, that's long.
And then he was like part of the Big Three for a little while. So he still
was playing. Yeah,
post NBA career. He did I think a season or 2 in the Big Three.
And I really liked the Big Three because it was a chance for people that that it's like, okay, like maybe I didn't go super deep as an NBA player, but now I get a second dance. I get a second act, basically. So it's like I thought that was a nice second act for people like that, like who didn't have like the huge flashy NBA careers, but now I can be in a Big Three or like the street ballers.
Team, if they didn't win the championship, I want to say they went to the finals that year.
Nice.
So yeah,
that was good. Yeah,
as part of the Big Three league. Yeah, but he's retired now, and now like the gloves are off.
You unleash the dragon.
Here's where all the bullshit started for this current one. It's been going on for about a week now. And by the way, Kwame Brown's his channels have been up for like a year. That nobody been paying attention all this time. I went back and looked at some of his older stuff. He been kind of spitting his facts, but like, say if a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, doesn't make a sound. Nobody heard any, but like what put it out on the front street was the All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. They have a podcast. Yeah, Captain Jack and Matt Barnes. Everybody.
We all know Matt Barnes, angry light-skinned guy.
Yeah, Kwame Brown. Or as he's known now, Becky with the good hair, as he's known now by Kwame Brown. Yeah.
Slick hair. When he talked about his slick hair, I was like,
finger wave ass Becky with the good hair.
I did this. I face palmed. I was like, not the slick hair. Not the slick hair. I was like, oh my Lord.
Lakers owner, part owner of the Lakers, Jeannie Buss. She was on there, and she was on the podcast as a guest on there. And I forgot how they got talking about the Gasol trade. Yeah. Because like people always saying that they got the Pau Gasol for a bag of flaming hots. Like that's always been the joke. And Jeannie Buss was like, yeah, well, we actually sent good pieces back, because like we sent back the pick, which turned out to be Marc Gasol. Yeah, so like the brothers actually got traded for each other.
Oh,
yeah. So because I was like, because Marc Gasol was a 2nd round pick that Memphis ended up getting with that. Yeah, so like we sent back up. Yeah, one of the pieces that was Marc Gasol said, and Kwame Brown we sent back, and then
Matt family reunion. Can they tease each other? Then I got traded for you. Can they like mess with each other at their family reunions?
He did, because Powell was a Grizzly. He got traded to the Lakers and one of the picks they sent back was that pick that turned out to be Marc Gasol.
Right.
And yeah, she's like, she was naming the piece. We said Marc Gasol, yeah, and she said Kwame Brown was probably. And then Matt Barnes immediately jumped said, no, one person trades Gasol. Yeah, no, basically just saying Kwame Brown.
He just shit on him basically.
Like, no, just that was just Marc Gasol. Yeah, no, not Kwame Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's mean. It is. That's mean.
And so then he came back. Is like he came back at him on his thing. That's when the whole Becky with the good hair and all of that. Like, how you gonna shit on me and shit?
And then when he brought up,
he said before he even went public, he said he reached out to him like privately and said, "How you gonna shit on me?" Is like, yeah, bring me on your podcast so we can talk face to face. But Kwame Brown was just this bust that nobody cares about. So like they declined originally, but we're gonna get to that. Yeah, they declined originally and shit. So then Kwame Brown was like, I got a platform. So he just started going on his lives and shit. Yeah. And that's what the first one was about him.
When I tell you, when he went there and when he brought up Derek Fisher's, that was like, oh shit.
He mentioned that. He's like, yeah, how you gonna tell? Yeah. Other man fucking your wife.
Yeah, he took your wife, because we all know about that. We saw that when that happened, when Fisher, and then he was fighting Derek Fisher, and he did kind of take his wife though.
He talking about Steven Jackson. You a tough guy, but you beating up 5'7" drunk guys in the stand. That's how you talk. He basically talk about the malice, like, because that's what Steven Jackson's tough guy image pretty much came from, with that malice. But you like 6'10" and you beating up guys like 5'7", like
my size.
Out of shape guys were drunk in the stands. It's like, yeah, that's your tough. That's where your street cred comes from, beating up 5'7" guy. You ain't street. It's like
you have the no ma'am stomach, the Al Bundy no ma'am stomachs. You know, this is who you're beating up. Bob Rooney, this is who you're beating up.
Basically, that's where your whole rep and Matt Barnes rep comes from. Like, yeah, because the man was fucking your wife and you were in your feelings. That's where your credit. Because like he did show up and like say you hopped the gate and shit to like get in there
and then beat Derek Fisher's ass. But we know Fisher he's not a tough guy. We know that Derek Fisher is not a fighter.
And Fish definitely fucked his girl. That happened.
Oh yeah, because they together. They about to did they get married, or they gonna get married or something? There.
This girl, I know that.
I know they're together. They're not married. If they're married, they may have gotten married. I know pandemic started a lot of marriages, started a lot of weddings.
Yeah, no. Instead of it just ending there, Matt Barnes goes on his live and shit. Yeah, and that's when he basically comes back. Is like, saying that I understand you're angry about being a bust, and like basically, he made a suck your dick kind of motion. I forget he made some kind of reference about sucking his dick in there. So that's why Kwame Brown is saying, yeah, you're going to invite another man to your penis. He keeps saying, hey, what kind of man invites another man to his penis? Yeah. So you's a bitch. You's a bitch ass nigga. He been like going there about that. That's why you got to be careful with your words. It's like, yeah, because, and now he's like, he said he wants to box him and shit now. He's like, you want to box me, but I'm the violent one.
Yeah, then he said that he's challenging him, like I challenge you to a duel. Yeah. So you might as well get a glove and just slap him in the face, challenge him to a duel.
He's saying we don't have to do this back and forth social media stuff. You can come on the podcast, we could talk. Mm-hmm. A week ago, he wanted to. Kwame Brown wanted to come on a week ago, but now that he's popping, now you think he'll bring you ratings. That's why. So now Kwame Brown was like, "No, fuck your podcast. I
don't want to come. Fuck your couch, nigga."
Yeah, that's what he is now. So yeah, when I asked a week ago to come on, you said because I wasn't shit, I'm just this little old bust.
Little bust.
One minute in, but now that my number, because his numbers are growing and growing and growing. So like now that he's popping and shit,
like he probably went from having like 500 subscribers to like 50,000 subscribers. It probably jumped something like that.
And his live streams be doing like 100,000 and shit like that when you go live. So yeah, I'm pretty. They probably were like 3,000-4,000 at first, something like that. Yeah, now they're like 100,000.
That much, yeah, but yeah,
maybe a couple thousand before, yeah, because now you got that following and shit. So now I see what you do. It's all corporate and shit. Yeah, y'all to go along to get along, gang, or whatever. Yeah, he's like, you only want me there. Like he said back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot on me. Basically, that's what he's saying. Like now y'all want me on because
like money.
Yeah. But yeah, I ain't coming on your platform. Like,
yeah, why would I come to try to build you?
You know,
I'm a bust.
And where the shit really hit the fan is what put it from here into fucking overdrive and shit is Breakfast Club. Woo!
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, woo. I did the Home Alone face. When I heard it.
Part of the Breakfast Club in Rockford, but guess what? I'm about to shit on the Breakfast Club because zero fucks given. I'm going there right now. Shit. I'm going there, kid. Yeah. So what happened? Angela Yee's rumor report was going down. She was reporting this story about Matt Barnes and Kwame Brown, like going at it, like the stuff we just talked about.
Yeah, which is what she's supposed to do because
that's her rumor report. She's like, yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. You just report, just telling what happened.
That's gossip news. Yeah.
She posting about GD Bus saying about, and then Matt Barnes saying no, one person trade. Then she posted, she played Kwame Brown's clip him coming back. Like him, like snapping back on the Becky with the good hair and all that. She played that. So then instead of just moving on to the next story, Charlemagne jumps in, is like, which a lot of people don't know, that Up at All the Smoke podcast, that's on Charlemagne's podcast network. So Charlemagne, while he was jumping in, he's business partners with Matt Barnes.
It's a money thing. Yeah. It's a money thing. Yeah.
It's like Charlemagne has a podcast platform. It's called the Black Effect Podcast Network, which is like co-owned with it's a joint venture between Charlemagne and iHeart. It's a joint project.
Oh, okay.
So he's co-owner of that with iHeart. So yeah, which is why he jumped in and like he's like, yeah, that's my partners right there. Yeah, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, and y'all better leave Kwame Brown alone. And like it kind of reminds me of when a kid is getting bullied, and the one person jumps in and acts like they're not, but they're bullying too and shit. Is like you're kind of saying shit in a condescending way. He's like, y'all better leave him alone because I know his family history. He's from South Carolina, just like me. This is what Charlemagne. He starts reading off all his history about shit that men in his family have done. It's like he said, his father, like I think murdered some chick alive, buried her alive, or some story that what's the name? Kwame Brown didn't even know about. I'm gonna tell you what his response was. He didn't even really know like why his father was in jail. His mother never told him that. Yeah,
right, because some things are left unsaid.
He said he got a brother that killed his baby mama than himself. He got another brother that's in jail for murder. So hey, violence runs in his family.
What does this have to do with anything?
And alone, I'm just saying, yeah.
Why are you going to put all my family business out there in the street?
Mm-hmm. And so then Kwame Brown came back. Yeah, and Envy was just laughing because he just laughed. So that's how Envy ended up in it. He really didn't do shit. He was just hitting the crossfires because he reported that Charlemagne was the one who put all of the business out, and Envy was just there laughing like, oh wow, wow, damn. Like he was like, hey, he's a peanut gallery basically. Like damn, that's what Envy was. So then Kwame Brown comes back, is like how you gonna put that business out there about my family? He's like, my mother never even told me why my father was.
I didn't know that he had put business out on the street. Like, I just saw Kwame Brown's reaction to it. I didn't know
on the Breakfast Club. That's why
I didn't know what they said. Wow.
Yeah, I'm part of that. So
right, because you heard that live. You heard it live.
So. I was listening when it happened. Yeah, and then where was I going? Oh yeah. When I forgot. He said about the father. Yeah, my mother never told me how my father ended up in jail. And that brother he's talking about, I never even met that motherfucker. He's like, my father, like, he stepped outside of his marriage and had that baby. That was a side baby, that brother and shit. Yeah. So like, yeah, what they gotta do with me?
Yeah, which happens.
That motherfucker and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, that brother that killed him, the one that killed himself with his baby mama that she went to school with. Like, I don't even know that. So yeah, what that got to do with me? So then he's like, yeah, but what about your bullshit? Yeah, which is like a story that Charlemagne himself touched on in his first book. And now that story is back out there. Originally, he was calling him the R word, rapist, but yeah, he was saying because you raped an underage girl. Because like it's a story. It's like it's similar R. Kelly-ish. The girl was 15, Charlotte was 22 at the time. It was like early in his radio career when he was still in South Carolina. And like
he was Leonard.
Yeah, it was just Leonard. Yeah, but
excuse me, Leonard. Yeah.
Here's what happened though. After that, when Kwame Brown started roasting him, and pretty much the whole Breakfast Club, and DJ Envy, your cheating ass, yeah, your wife got you on the leash. Like that was a big story when Envy crying on the air.
When he cried, and then I'm sorry, baby.
On his wife, y'all.
And that was like, because that's an awkward spot. Like, because I mean, as a married woman, like I can't imagine like if my husband calls me on the spot and then we're on the that's a private conversation. We need to have away.
They were on the radio at the time because when she realized, she pretty much just said we could talk about this later. She kind of got off the phone immediately.
Exactly, because it's like I don't want to talk about that live. Like, come on now, come on now. Like, I'm not. It's one thing if you talk about.
Envy was grasping for straws at that time because like he was about to lose everything.
He's about to lose his wife,
his family. He's about to lose it all. So he figured like a public apology is the best thing.
And desperate times call for desperate measures. When you're about to lose your wife and your family,
everything you've done like didn't work. He probably was blowing her phone. All this stuff wasn't working. So like
flowers, whatever. She was like, no, I don't want it. No,
the public apology is the way to go and shit. Yeah. And apparently it worked out. They still together, and I think she's pregnant now again with their 6 kids. So like so whatever they were.
My stomach just 6 kids.
They got their own Brady bunch in this bitch.
Right, it's like shit.
But yeah, and then she's like
5 and a 6 man.
He started challenging all of them. He was like, yeah, and Angela Yee, you got a decision to make. You talk all this shit about standing up for black women, but you work every day across from a rapist. Yeah, he started calling the hell now. Yeah.
And then he talked about her not having a man that nobody claims you or whatever. Yeah, like he talked about
she
does
have a man we just haven't seen. So yeah, like you ain't got, and if you do, like he don't claim you. I've never seen Angela Yee's man. Yeah, like he could not exist for all we know. Yeah, because I know she says she has a boyfriend, but she could just be private, or it could not exist. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't. Yeah, because we haven't seen him and shit.
Like he could be Snuffleupagus, or they could be like, you have some imagination. He could be, Yeah. We don't know.
Yeah, he went in on them. So then when he started talking about Charlotte's past, all of that, then Charlemagne sends him a cease and desist. He looks up Kwame Brown's lawyer. It's a former lawyer that he don't even use anymore. He sent him a cease and desist. And like what these cats, like what people are starting to realize that Kwame Brown is like, he's at zero fucks given at this point now. It's like you can't silence him. Like he was silenced for 20 years. Like you can't now. It's like, so he's so he talked about the cease and desist. It's like, so now he's like, okay, I can still roast you. I just got to change my terminology. So he just read his actual like chart, because like it's out there, it's public record.
Right.
So Charlemagne, like what makes this look suspicious is because he didn't go through trial on this. Like he took a plea for a lesser charge. Like yeah, so you're not a rapist, but you plead to delinquency of a minor, which is what it was. Yeah, and like that stuff always doesn't sit well with me. It's just like that first Michael Jackson case back in the 90s. Is like to me, like here's how my mind works. If I didn't do shit, I'm not pleading to anything or like settling or anything. Like yeah. I rather be found guilty for so like yeah. So I'm not admitting to something I didn't do. That's just how I am. I'm not pleading to a lesser charge. So that makes you think like did something happen with Charlemagne because he did plead to a lesser charge. I'm not saying it did like because I'm careful with my words. Yeah, but
yeah,
wonder and shit. Yeah, like because
it does make your mind think. It does.
Led to a lesser charge, yeah, delinquency of a minor, yeah, was what the actual charge was. And I say, so yeah, so you're not a rapist, Mr. Delinquency of a minor, oh bitch ass, yeah, you're talking about my family. What you doing hanging around 15-year-olds at 22? Like he went there all of that.
Yes.
And then he read like the girl's side of the story, started saying what she did, like he might have R. Kelly'd or put something or Bill Cosby'd her drink or some shit like that. Because the girl said they did drink some soda and then like they kind of passed. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, Charlemagne's wife as well too. He allegedly it's not even allegedly. This is something he said.
Yeah, because he said that it was like wasn't consensual the first time they had sex or something like that.
I was dating my wife for like 6 months. She wouldn't give me no pussy, and then she was passed out, sloppy drunk. So I had sex with her. And I asked her years later, like, did I rape you, Texas? She was like, yeah, you kind of did. So like,
that's not, yeah. That's kind of like
so like you got a pattern. I said that the girl back in the early 2000s and the shit with your wife, that's 2 strikes right there.
That's kind of
got a pattern.
That's kind of
you might have a little R. Kelly in you because you might be might have a little Cosby. Yeah, you might have a little bit of that in you. You have a little. You have what's the word I'm looking for? You have rape tendencies, maybe, because that's twice. Yeah,
that's kind of like it's kind of
when it was just the one, it's just like one thing, but then when it's like multiple, now it's a pattern.
Now it's a pattern, and then the way you just feel it, that's not something you joke about. You don't joke about like, yeah, you know, I think I may have raped you. No, it's like you don't. That's not something to joke about. Like so many women have been raped and then their rapists never faced any kind of conviction or anything because it's like the way that we were back then. It's like, well, if you got drunk or if you wore a revealing outfit, you asked for it.
Rape in the day was only considered like if a guy was hiding in the bushes and then jumped out. Yeah.
Right.
If you got date rape, that wasn't considered a thing back in the day. Yeah.
Well, you left your window, but he climbed in your window. That's what they thought back in the day.
That's what
a creepy guy in the bushes. A creepy guy in the bushes.
Stranger, not a guy that you know and shit. Yeah. Like it's your fault. Like that's all.
It's your fault. You wore a short dress. You got drunk. You were flirtatious. It's your fault. And it's like, that's why a lot of women never came forward because they were victim blamed and they were shamed. So they just kept it to themselves and was like, oh, well, like, maybe it was. I was like, no, it's not your fault. Like, a short dress doesn't make you, shouldn't be like, that's why a guy sexy saw you. You can wear whatever the hell you want to wear. Drinking alcohol, getting drunk shouldn't let you get, like, no, you can drink what you want to drink. That shouldn't be like a creepy guy coming in.
Getting drunk doesn't mean that's not a green light to have sex with.
Yeah, like, you can't do that. You can't be a creep. You can't be a creep. You can't.
Well, it's a pattern. I'm not saying he is a rapist, but that it's a pattern. Now all eyes are on this situation. And another, and speaking of inviting you on the platform, then Kwame on his next live, he said now Charlamagne, he's invited him to come on the Breakfast Club and sit down and talk. But it's like the toothpaste in the tube. You can't put it back in the tube at this point now. But now he basically said, like, fuck you, I'm not coming on the Breakfast Club.
I'm not coming on it. I'm not.
Yeah. Which I wouldn't either. I don't blame him for that because that sounds like an ambush to me.
It does.
They get a 3-on-1 attack. Like, yeah, it was like, and it's their setting. It's like, you can come on my live, but I'm not going there. That's what, if you want to talk, that's what I'd be like, I could patch you into my live. That's how we do it.
Yeah, I want to have home court. Yeah. I want home court advantage. Yeah. Right. I want home court advantage. That's how I would do if I was
Kwame Brown. I'd be like, Charlamagne, yeah, you can come on my live with me. That's about it. But I'm not coming on the Breakfast Club.
On my turn.
Got a 3-on-1. Like I said, Envy, they all gonna be like attacking from like all the, and plus like is in control. They can edit it how they want. It's their content. They bored up could like mute Kwame's mic if they don't want him to talk. He's like, yeah, so. I wouldn't go on there. I wouldn't go on the Breakfast Club either. Not now. Shit like you bet that.
Don't
shit,
you believe it? I wouldn't go. Yeah. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. Yeah. I was suspecting that maybe are we just because we're from Chicago that we always think someone trying to set you up in Chicago. They always say Chicago is always say this is a setup. We always say that it's a setup. It's an ambush. You try to set me up. We always think that we're trying to get set up. When you live in Chicago, that's how you act sometimes.
And here's what's dumb. What's dangerous about Kwame Brown with that, like I said, he can't be controlled. Like, because I looked up his style, like he made over $60 million in his career. And for what I've seen is like, what I've seen so far with him, he just seems like he's like a simple country boy. It's like he probably saved most of his money. He lives on his farm and shit, like, nice. Yeah, it's just like So he didn't say, he's like, I ain't got no job. Is what he keeps saying. So you can't cancel me, which is like, that's a dangerous thing. Somebody you can't cancel is like Charlamagne, like iHeart could fire Charlamagne from the Breakfast Club. Yeah. Or like all the smoke podcast could be canceled. It's like, but like Kwame Brown is like, I don't got a boss. You can't cancel.
Or like you can lose like your endorsement deals. Cause if you're like with big endorsement company, you can lose your endorsements and
McDonald's, that kind of shit is like, yeah, you could lose endorsements, but
you got Apple endorsement, you got whatever.
If he saves money and shit and like, which it seems like he did. Yeah. And he's living a simple life like Paris and Nicole.
And like what do we know about like, is he not married? Like marriage children? Because then
I know he has at least one son because one of his sons he was talked to off camera.
Okay, so I mean, so if you only have one kid, so you don't have like you're not future. You don't have 1,000 kids everywhere. If you have 1,000 kids, that's child support.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many. I know he has at least one son. No, yeah.
Yeah, if he don't got 1,000 kids, and that's another thing. It's like then people ain't in your pockets getting all your money, so you ain't got all these baby mamas.
And I think the big mama with her, like they probably on good terms. Like, yeah, so yeah, he probably like takes care of her financially. Oh, yeah, so they probably wasn't messy like their breakup and shit because it seems like it was amicable. Like
amicable, like split. Yeah, we just didn't work as a couple, but we're gonna co-parent our child together. Yep.
But yeah, that's what
that's dangerous. We have somebody.
He can't be canceled and shit. Yeah. He's like, yeah, because I don't got no job and shit. Yeah, and it seems like he was smart with his money.
It's a dangerous pattern. It's dangerous because it's like, especially like he like zero fucks given. He's Mr. I don't give a fuck. How do you stop somebody who just is like, and
especially like he can't be catching in the street too. It seems like that too. He's like, because he lives on his farm. He like grows his own food. It's like, so you try to send somebody to get him on the street. It's just like he's really untouchable at this point. Like, yeah, he just stays in his house, his crib. What's he saying? Like, yeah, I ain't leaving the house right now. I know I see what y'all are on right now. Because they might try to give him some smoke in the street and shit. So he's like, yeah. But guess what? They come on his property then. It's like And yeah. And
are they open carry in South Carolina? Are they open?
I'm pretty sure he's a Second Amendment guy too.
Like, are they open? Because they might the South. They be open carry in the South.
He's a South guy. He seems like he owns guns. Like
Most people in these rural areas do own our Second Amendment people because it's a little different being in the rural area. Like
police you can't just call the cops. It's like
right. You ain't got police.
Cops are 20 miles away and shit. So somebody
the sheriff. You have a county sheriff. That's what you have, a sheriff.
You might take an hour to get there. You don't know.
And there might only be 3 cops total in the whole damn town. It's really little, and it's not. So
most people that live rural do own guns. So he's
and they take care of things on their own.
My property is on, yeah. He's I ain't gonna get violent in the streets, but you come on my property. So he has
word to the wise. You should just let the dragon. You unleash the dragon. You should just let the sleeping giant lie.
He buried Stephen A. Smith. Ooh, man. Calling him Mr. Toupee, bald-headed bitch, and all that. Because Stephen A. does have that. He does it at Trap.
Steve Harvey. It's the same toupee that Steve Harvey had back in the day. It's a Steve Harvey deal. It's just lower because Steve is a higher one, but it's the same one. It's just lower.
Yeah. Because Stephen A. Smith has been the main voice, Barry and Kwame. He's the certified scrub that's still out there. That went viral. You can find that on YouTube. Kwame Brown is a certified scrub. It was way early in his career, probably between 15 and 20 years ago. He was saying that shit. It was way early. Yeah.
And people can have a turnaround because a lot of times, maybe they didn't do so well once, but then you get them in a new location, then they may.
Tyson Chandler had a good career. That's the one that
he won a ring in Dallas.
Yeah, as a starting
starter.
He's an all-star.
Right.
Defensive player of the year. He turned out, he had a good career.
Because people just need new, they just need new surrounding, new coach, new teammates, just something to breathe life in. They may seem like they're done in one franchise, but they can put somewhere else.
Cameron Payne is in the playoffs right now. He's with Phoenix. So he's back. He's he seemed like a complete bust when he was here. The dude is back in the NBA now, playing with the Suns. So there you go.
I'm glad Derrick Rose is making noise in New York. I'm glad he's there. Because people try to write off Rose.
Finalist for Sixth Man of the Year.
People try to write off Rose because of his ACL and then his other injury. They try to write him out.
Talked about Derrick Rose in one of his lives that Kwame talked about. Because they both number 1 picks that were written off. Yeah, he talked about Derrick Rose. It's Rose is he's a finalist for Sixth Man of the Year.
Yeah, and I'm happy for him. I'm so happy for Rose.
I hope Rose wins that award. Yeah.
That's Chi-Town. We roll with Chi-Town. Chi-Town, Inglewood. That's Inglewood right there.
I want Rose to win Sixth Man of the Year this year. But man, it's and it's not. It ain't over, bitch. As she said.
I thought it was, bitch.
Bianca Lawson said
his last dance.
So yeah, it ain't over, bitch. It's still going on. So it's
still going on.
It's still ongoing, by the way.
It's on and popping, as we say.
Kwame Brown's lives have been must see for me at this point. Now I look forward to them.
I'm gonna get back on. I'm gonna look at some more of his lives.
Yeah, they must see. I look forward to when he's about to go on. Yeah.
So how many young kids had to Google now who is Kwame Brown? The kids, like the Gen Z kids, who is Kwame Brown? The Gen Z.
That's a lot of YouTube because of course a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon. We kind of know too, but yeah, a lot of people jump on the bandwagon because Kwame Brown is popular. So there's been a lot of response videos out there. Most of them start off like that. For those that don't know who Kwame Brown is, he was the number 1 pick. You got to explain the context, which is why I set it up like that too. Everybody doesn't know who Kwame Brown is,
right?
I explain, for those that don't know,
I think he should call his stuff "Who is Kwame Brown?" He should make a take on it, who is Kwame Brown? And that's what his whole spiel, I think, should be when he goes in and does his stuff. Because, he out there, he's snatching edges, he's snatching weaves, he's snatching wigs off, he's
hip hop community.
Toupees, he's snatching.
He's ethering cats right now.
Right, he's snatching. He coming for them edges, y'all. Coming for them edges.
Edges from Becky with the good hair. Get some of Mama's cooking. Man.
I roll with Kwame. I'm gonna get a shirt.
Facts, yeah. We're gonna call this shit Mama's Kwame's Mama's
cooking.
Kwame's Mama's cooking. Yeah, we definitely calling that shit. Yeah. You want to talk NBA playoffs right now since we on the NBA?
Yeah, we could delve in real quick on that.
we're talking about the play-in tournament and how the first couple days of the first round have been going.
Mm-hmm.
Play-in tournament, Eastern Conference. You had who are the 4 teams? I'm drawing a blank now and shit. I gotta pull it up. I know the West better and shit because it was more iconic teams out West.
Yeah, because the West was like
Washington got those last 2 spots. I can't think of the 2 loser teams from the East right now.
Indiana
was Charlotte. I think Charlotte was the other. Did Charlotte make it? Let me look. Let's pull that up.
I know Indiana was one.
Let's pull it up. Indiana was one. Yeah. Pulling it up. Hold tight, kid. Hold tight for me.
That's Sabonis is on Indiana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember seeing him like on the Dang, but that West though, I was like, I was up here and just watching that West to play it. I was like, biting my nails the whole time. I was like,
Okay, yeah. What are other games? Yeah, Celtics, Wizards, Pacers. Who's the fucking 10th seed in the East? Hornets. I was right. Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't think. Yeah. So the Celtics and the Wizards got the last 2 spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
The play-in start. Here's how it is: like 7-8 play each other, then 9-10 play each other. The loser of 7-8 plays the winner of 9-10. That's how the tournament went. For those that don't know, it's confusing as fuck, but that's how it went. Though, yeah. Like 7, you win your 7th spot, you automatically get in.
Right.
If you like, the other ones got to do a little bit more work. That's why
to prove their worth, basically to prove
why winning that 7th play-in, like that's the one to win. Like that's why the Lakers got right in, and the Celtics is like, yeah, just
why Lakers was like
win that. So the 2 iconic teams, the Lakers and the Celtics, are both in the 7th spot. Ironically, yeah.
Oh,
that's something, right
there. Yeah, I didn't think about that till you just said it right now. Like,
yeah. They were both in that spot. They both got their business out of the way, and then the Wizards handled theirs. The Warriors didn't. Because the Wizards and the Warriors were the 2 8th teams.
Mm-hmm.
They played a winner of the 9-10 series. Like and Warriors blew theirs. Like I said, they got lost to
Memphis. Because John Morant was on one.
Wizards won. They beat Indiana, so they got their win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we were watching, and then what did the Warriors on both when they played the Lakers and the Grizzlies? Too many turnovers. Like they was turnover. I don't know what was going on. Like were they just nervous? Like they turned over the ball a lot. Like it was a lot of turnovers. And you can't have like 20 plus turnovers in a game and expect to win. You just cannot. You can't turn over the ball.
Now's the $1 million question. Is it time to blow the Warriors up? Like, do you go for it again next year, or do you blow this thing up?
Clay coming back though.
So you might want to run it back one more time to see how Clay looks. Even though, like dude been sitting out like 2 years. I want to see how.
I saw a video. I saw a video today about that. Somebody did a TikTok about that. They had like all the players like running like, oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. They were running high, and the guy they had come back, it was Clay. He's like, yeah. He like came here like kicking in the door, like, yeah. Like y'all forgot about me. Basically, you forgot about me, but I'm back now. Like, yeah. But it's like, I don't know, like, because Clay is like healthy Clay and Steph together.
Yeah, he's their second best player.
Healthy Clay and Steph together. Ooh.
Yeah, Steph.
He's
Clay,
like the best two-way player.
And you still got Draymond.
Healthy Clay.
Wiggins just decent.
Wiggins stepped up big. He did. Wiggins did step up big. I mean, obviously he's not Clay.
He's a 4th option. I'll say, yeah.
Yeah, obviously he's not Clay, but
he might even be their 3rd. Like depending on, it's like sometimes like it could be Draymond. Sometimes he could be the 3rd or 4th. Those guys might interchange. Like when
yeah. Wiggins looked good in these play-in games. He looked good. He did look good. Wiggins looked good.
I really thought the Warriors were going to get that last spot. I
did too.
Like the NBA is definitely not letting the Lakers and Warriors miss this. It's like, so I thought, but the Warriors didn't get in. I thought they were going to get
the turnovers. That's what did them in. Like saying Ja Morant was on one. Ja Morant, he was playing for the moment. Like, even though, okay, you Steph Curry, I'm Ja Morant. That's how he was looking like, I'm Ja Morant.
Dude, I'm the future, yeah. He's like, you the past, homie. Like, I'm the future. You the past, homie.
He wasn't playing like he was intimidated by Steph. He wasn't playing intimidated.
Second year guy.
Yeah, second year guy. And he was out there. He was making moves, and he was.
Bulls had tanked a little bit harder than the Bulls could have got him. I'm just saying. Oh, let's read the bracket. Let's look at the brackets real quick. Yeah. Time. Sisters want to stay in the West since we there.
Yeah, we stay in the West.
Yeah, we're Ja Morant in Memphis. They're playing Utah. And the first game one is actually later tonight. If you record this, y'all will know who won that first game.
I'm predicting the Jazz because the Jazz just.
Even though I just saw an alert that came in and said Mitchell's not playing, so that might change.
Oh, he's not. Oh,
he's injured for this.
I didn't know that. So maybe I might want to change my. I might want to adjust my thinking.
That's the 1-8 bracket, and they play the winner of the 4-5 bracket. Now this is a good ass bracket. 4-5. Clippers, Mavericks.
Yeah, and the Mavericks did win.
Luka fucking Doncic.
They won the other day. They won.
That's all Luka.
That man.
That game and shit. Yeah.
That man is ice wire. I'm already planned it. Like when we get some time, if we can go out to Dallas and visit Cuz, I'm like, we got to go to a Bulls Mavericks game. We gotta get tickets out there.
Go to a Bulls trip for when the Bulls are in
we gotta plan that. I want to plan that.
But they only Island West once a year. So
that's one thing. Since we already have family out there, I want to plan that trip. I want to plan that Bulls Mavs. That's what I want to plan. Yep.
But yeah, that's quite that might go 7. That might go 7. That's a series. Like those
Clippers, it's like they ain't
4-5s are always really good. Yeah, that one might go 7.
4-5s are really good because those are the most equally yoked, I feel like. Because it's like 3-6s be pretty good too. Because they be pretty close too. Usually like 1-8, 2-7s are like kind of like
this year is a little different because the Lakers are 7. So
Lakers are 7. So
nobody wanted to see them in the first round.
You can never count out LeBron. You can never count him out.
LeBron, yeah, like nobody.
You can never count him out.
First round and shit.
I don't care if they 0 of 29 for the first half. They could be 0 of 29.
I said with the Warriors. It was like nobody wants to see Steph in the first round. I was like, that's why I was like the Warriors that got that 8 seed. It's like nobody wants.
No one wants to see them in the first round. No one does.
That's why this West was a little different, especially if the Warriors had got that 8. I was like 7-8 would be 2 teams that nobody wanted to play because you got the Lakers at 7 and the Warriors at 8. So even 7-8 seeds were pretty
dangerous.
Yeah, the upsets would be easy this year.
Who's the 3-6?
3-6. Denver and Portland. Portland took game 1 in that.
Yeah, I saw Portland. Well, I mean, I fell asleep on it, but then I found out that Portland won.
That's all still game 1. So that's all they need. Now just protect home court.
Whatchamacallit was on 1. Carmelo Anthony turned back the clock. He was popping threes.
He was inspired by playing his former team. He turned back to Nuggets, Carmelo. They were playing the Nuggets. He turned the clock back.
He popped
Carmelo. I like to see Melo get
3 3. I think he got 3 threes, like right back. I'm like, damn. I'm like Carmelo. like what? But he was on 1 last night. Carmelo
It's also Kwame Brown talked about Carmelo in his live stream. He's like because people did like they were writing him off a couple of years ago. We even talked on the podcast. I was like, is Carmelo's NBA career over?
Like, should he go to the big 3? Like we were saying, should he go?
People say y'all been making this man beg for a job. And he is like one of the greatest scorers of all time and shit. And he's proving that now. Like he definitely belongs in the NBA. Whereas like 2 years ago, we were wondering like, is he ever gonna play an NBA game again? You see how the devil work. He's like, yeah.
But he Melo.
Begging
he
for
put that hood on.
He
put that hood on and he
But the media does do that. Yeah, you trying to tell everybody that Melo is trash. It's like when the dude obviously is not trash.
And obviously, like the Phoenix and the Lakers, that's obviously it's like CP3 versus LeBron. Yeah.
Phoenix took game 1 in that one earlier today, kid.
But CP3, he really
he wants
MVP. He should be MVP.
He should have been nominated. I don't even think he made the
He did.
I gotta look up the nominations, but he
should be nominated for MVP. He should be.
Gotta pull up the finalists for all of the awards.
He should be MVP. He really should, because what he did with this team, he just flipped it, and that's all Chris Paul. We know because we saw how Phoenix was prior to him coming. And the fact that he turned this team around with his leadership, Chris Paul has always been a leader.
It wasn't even a playoff team last year. Now they number 2 in the West and shit. I'm just saying.
If that's not an MVP candidate, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know basketball. Maybe I don't know it. I don't know.
Turn that team around. But that's where we stand right now. We don't know. Yeah, the unknown is Memphis, Utah, but Dallas, Portland, and Phoenix all won game 1s in their series. And so game 2s are coming up for those teams. Let's head over to the East. My brother to the East.
My brother to the East.
Yes. All right. Philadelphia.
Over East.
Over East, yeah. Shout out my people over East. Philadelphia, Washington is 1-8. That was a good game. Philly took that game 1. And Washington, they're not gonna go down easy. I think
they're not.
Philly still wins in 5, I say, but with Westbrook,
Russ is scrappy.
He's a machine, so they're not gonna go down.
Russ is
a tough 5 wins.
Russ is a pit bull. He's a pit bull. He's scrappy. Like he ain't going down.
Like yeah, Russ and Beal. So like they're not gonna go down easily, but I still say Philly probably wins that in 5.
I think Russ gonna look like how Jimmy Butler did. How Jimmy Butler looked when he like the mechanic when they put the thing or the meme of him like looking like a mechanic. I think that's how Russ is gonna look. He's gonna go down with the ship. He's gonna fight tooth and nail for that. He is.
Here's an exciting series right here. We just talked about one of their players, Knicks Hawks, a 4-5. Yeah, we just talked about
that. Should be good.
That's gonna be exciting. Yeah, with Trae Young and versus the Knicks with Julius Randle and them is like that's gonna be a good young series. Yeah, with the
D Rose. I'm rooting for D Rose. 6 man. I'm rooting for D Rose.
That team. Yeah.
Tosh, yay! He went back to New York. Yay. Yeah. He went back. I'm rooting for that. And then Tibbs is back in the playoffs.
Tibbs likes his guys. When he was in Minnesota, he had Rose and Taj there with him. Tibbs likes where he likes certain guys.
Now no one needs to find like a coaching job. No one needs to be on somebody's coaching team.
So he's like the Bulls, like his former Billy Donovan, his former college coach is in Chicago.
I think that he should grab him. He could be a big man coach. He could be a big man.
Billy, his former Florida coach is right here. So.
Noah had that defense. He had that D. So he could teach. We need some defense. We need some help with our defense. He could definitely teach the defense here.
Once again, we don't know who's going to win that game. That game starts tonight. Yeah, as we record this. Yeah,
I'm reporting Knicks.
Knicks. Yeah, I said the Knicks win this series. That's one of those close 4 or 5 ones, but I think Knicks probably take that.
I'm sorry. Like, I just had a moment. I'm a Bulls fan. I just said go Knicks. Oh, I just felt right. I said go Knicks. I'm like, wait a minute. Ooh. I just said go Knicks. Sorry, I just had to catch my who. Wow. They're the 3-6.
3-6 is very. This is gonna be a goddamn bar fight. It's like as the Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett once said. Milwaukee and Miami. That's a 7-game series right there. That one's going 7. That's going to be a goddamn.
And Marcus said that Giannis hit the game winner.
He did.
In that one. Giannis won the game winner. That's what Giannis hit the game winner.
Miami could have easily stole that, but then Giannis pulled a Giannis.
Giannis is an MVP. That's what they do. MVPs, they make big plays. That's what they do. MVPs do that. So, hey. Giannis did. And Giannis is one of my favorite players too. So.
I say in the West, like I said, Dallas and the Clippers is gonna be the one to watch. And the East is gonna be Milwaukee, Miami.
That's hard for me to root for because it's like I like Jimmy Butler. You know, I roll with Butler, but I like Giannis. So I'm like,
Miami was my team last year going into the bubble. Remember, I predicted it. I said Miami was going to the finals, and that's
Miami was your dark horse.
I said that way early and shit.
My dark horse this year is Dallas. Like I like Dallas. Dallas was my dark horse. I said that if you rewind it back, you'll hear me talk about Dallas.
Look at this. If Dallas, they got a pretty good.
That's my dark horse. Dallas.
They got a good path to the finals. They play their cards right. Let's say if they upset the Clippers, they get the winner of Utah, Memphis. I think Dallas can beat Utah and Memphis. It's like, I think they can beat either one of those teams. Yeah. Now put them in the Western Conference Finals where anything can happen then. Like, I don't know who's going to get out of that yet. I think the Lakers get out of the first round is them, but they gotta defeat them.
They gotta heal.
Phoenix ain't gonna be no joke, that Phoenix team. I think if they get out of the first and they play the winner of Denver Portland, they beat the winner. They beat that team, the Denver Portland series. But The Phoenix is going to be a test for the Lakers right now. If they get past that, then they probably go back to the Western Conference Finals. If they play in Dallas there, that's going to be a series. I'm getting way ahead of myself now.
And then who else is in the East?
The last 2-7. Another good-ass series. Brooklyn, Boston.
Yeah, I was watching that earlier. Brooklyn Zoo.
Let's call it. Let's fuck it. Let's call it now. Brooklyn Nets are winning the NBA championship. I'm calling it now. I know it's way early. It was only one game, but
they got Kyrie, they got Durant, they got Harden, they got Griffin.
Yeah, they got a lot of weapons on that team. Yeah,
that's a lot of firepower. That's Avengers Assemble. That's the Avengers right there. That's Avengers Assemble.
If Blake is like your fourth option, I think about that. And like, sure, he doesn't. And with being a fourth, he doesn't have to carry a team. Because a lot of people say, Blake's washed up and all that. But like, as a fourth option, that's pretty damn good. Oh yeah, you don't have to. And then
really, Kyrie is your third option.
Think about that.
Kyrie is your third option.
Kyrie Irving is your third option.
Yeah, because KD obviously is your first. KD
obvious. KD, arguably the best player in the league right now.
Obvious. Arguably I see him play live. That man, obvious. KD, obvious.
Exception of like LeBron or somebody, he's probably KD. Arguably, is the best player in the NBA right now.
And then Harden,
top five. I would say.
Yeah, Harden,
top five. Yeah.
That's another pretty obvious.
Top five, like LeBron, KD, Giannis. Harden, and like either Kawhi or AD. It's like yes, something like that. It's like, so I say like, yeah, Harden is top five. So you got two of the top five players in the NBA. Yeah, they winning it. Yeah, they winning it. Brooklyn Nets, so I'm going with them. But they going Boston ain't gonna be no joke. Like Jason Tatum.
Nah. Marcus Smart, that guy.
Marcus Smart.
He's another way. He's a pit bull too. Like he's another. Yeah. He's another scrappy guy. Like he's always like jumping, like he's scrappy as hell. He is. So he gonna go in there clawing. And then Jabari is there too. So like Jabari Parker's there.
I'm for Jabari Parker.
Another Chi-Town.
Another guy that was written off. Yeah, like who's considered one of the biggest draft busts. Yeah, but like just like Kwame. Yeah, another guy who's written off. I'm glad. I'm rooting for him. I want to see Jabari get it.
And we have special connection because he's an alum of our grade school. He went to our grade school. So that's why I root for him. Jabari, yay. I root for Jabari Parker.
I'm just looking at these brackets, man. We could get a Subway. Theoretically, you get a Subway series on both sides if things work out. The Brooklyn beats Boston. The Knicks beat Atlanta. Then like the Knicks will play the winner of the Philly-Washington series. If they get past that, you could have a Knicks-Nets Eastern Conference Finals. And the New York would be so fucking lit if that happens.
Spike Lee would spontaneously combust if that happened. Spike Lee would be,
Stephen A. Smith's two-play would explode, man. Come on. Man, yeah, it was I'm looking at this, yeah. I wouldn't mind saying that would be it. They would have a lot to go because they would have to beat probably for Philadelphia, and that's gonna be a hard tough.
Yeah.
If anybody can do it, it's like Tom Thibodeau can figure it out. Like that dude knows how to get the most out of his players. Yeah.
Come on, we had C.J. Watson and Ronnie Brewer, and he was like, they were playing
John
like
Lucas
all-star.
the third looking amazing and shit. Yeah, you had Nate Robinson looking like a top 10 player. Nate fucking Robinson looked like one of the best players in the league that year. Like that's what Tibbs get out of his guys and shit. Yeah.
Tibbs like he know how to work magic.
Nate Robinson looked like Russell fucking Westbrook during that season.
Tibbs did the thing that Buzz Wade did in Space Jam when he had the secret stuff. Tibbs be making them believe in the secret stuff.
Drink the secret stuff.
Drink the secret stuff. That's how Tibbs like motivates his guys. I don't know what he be saying in his like interview in his locker room thing when they on halftime, but he be motivating them dudes. I don't know what he says.
So they upset like if they beat Atlanta, they upset Philadelphia. It wouldn't be that shocking. If they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. It wouldn't be the most shocking.
We went to Subway Series.
Subway Series, Brooklyn versus New York. That would be on.
And what would be out west? What would be your Subway Series out west?
It'll be your Lakers, Clippers.
Which is what they won anyway. They were trying to get, but then
Denver spoiled that last year.
Yeah, playoff P.
It was playoff P back yesterday. I don't remember what he did. I think he kind of stunk yesterday. I don't remember.
Playoff P did.
Playoff P might be back and shit. Yeah. I gotta look at the box score and shit. Was playoff P back yesterday? Let's see that shit.
Because Kawhi is Kawhi. Like we don't. I mean, he's Kawhi.
Kawhi is the truth. Like Paul George
Kawhi.
is the one we keep an eye on and shit.
Yeah.
Playoff P is the one we got to keep an eye on.
Paul George be sketchy sometimes. He's sometimes sketchy.
Pulling up the box score. We're gonna see if playoff P was back and shit. I'm not gonna call him playoff P yet until I see what his box score was and shit. Okay,
playoff
Paul George, yeah. He okay, he had 23 points, 20.6 rebounds, 5 assists. So he he only shot 25% from downtown and 44% from the field. So his shooting was a little.
So what was his shooting? What was he like? 6 of what?
He shot he was where's the I see 3-pointer. Here's a foul. That's free throw. Where's the fucking field goals? I don't see field goals. Oh, here it is. Yeah, he was 8 of 18. So that was like
that's kind of
sketchy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kawhi was even worse. He shot 9 of 22. So yeah, neither one of them dudes were shooting lights up. Shout out to Zubac and shit. He was 80% from the field yesterday. Zubac did his job and shit.
He did his job. He said, "I'm doing my job."
Marcus Morris stunk and shit. 4 points, 2 of 8 from the field. Yeah, they got their work cut out for them. They got to regroup and shit. Ty Lue got his work cut out. They gotta go back to the lab and regroup because Luka fucking Doncic is triple double, man. 31, 10, 11. Yeah. Luka.
Ice Wire. I'm telling you, Ice Wire. That man, Ice Wire. He breaks hearts. He crushes dreams. He's a dream killer. Like he's like, yeah, we're gonna win. Luka like, nope. Nope. You're not gonna win this game.
Got 45% from downtown. Yeah, he was on fire, man. Yeah. Luka is the truth. But once again, the Bulls didn't tank. Could have got him. Got Wendell fucking Carter, and he's not even here anymore. I'm just saying. That's who the Bulls ended up getting in that draft.
But we flipped him, though. We flipped him, so we got it. We flipped him.
What happened next? The Bulls would have got a shot at the fucking play-in, but it didn't happen. So
yeah, next year.
Ready to wrap this one up?
Yeah, just real quick, RIP to the legend, Mr. Paul Mooney.
Yeah.
Lost a big one.
Did we touch on him? I think we was it. I don't know.
We did. I said RIP to Paul Mooney, the legend.
Paul Mooney. Okay. Miss. That's right. He did. After it's all mixed up. Yeah, it was after.
Yeah. Negro Damas. Creative Homie the Clown.
Yeah. That's one of them. That's a tidbit I gave you right there.
Yeah, that's what I just found out. Like, I was
one of the head writers for In Living Color, and that's one of the characters. Yeah, homie, don't play that. You think about it.
Because I knew he was a head writer because I remember seeing his name in the credits, but he was like, that's home. And then I'm like, and even worse, Mooney don't play that. You know, it even works. Like, change from Mooney to homie.
An angry militant clown is like that hates white people. That don't sound like Paul Mooney to you? Say Whitey. That don't sound. Hey,
Whitey's what's the name?
Paul Mooney. Whitey. That's a Paul Mooney joke all day.
Am I here for your amusement? The establishment? When you talk about the establishment, and I'm here to amuse you.
Yeah.
You want me to degrade myself and here to amuse you? I'm here for your entertainment, huh? I'm here for that, huh?
Homie, don't play that, yeah.
But we lost a big one. We lost
79 years old. I think he had a heart attack, I want to say.
Yeah, the legend. So
he's been battling dementia for years now. Because I know some people that saw him in recent years, and he wasn't as straight. He was still doing shows like as recently as like pre-pandemic, of course. Yeah.
Right.
And his wasn't as sharp as Paul Mooney back in the day. Like he was a beast on stage, and like you could tell he would forget his lines and his jokes and stuff because he was battling dementia. Like
he was battling dementia, yeah.
So you forget so his stand-ups weren't as good later on in life because a couple of people that went to some of his recent shows.
And they said I think his son was like helping him along the way. I think they said
he was bombing and shit. It's like that's what because he was getting a lot of stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Mooney was one of the great, like I said, wrote for Richard Pryor, wrote for Sanford and Son.
A couple episodes of Sanford.
Yeah.
Color. He was head writer on that.
Negro Damas.
Another person who wrote for that Living Color, you might not remember either. Franklin Ajayi was one of
Franklin Ajayi, TC from Car Wash, yep.
That's why In Living Color was so funny the early years. Like, look who's on the right and stuff and shit. You got a cast like that. It's like Paul Mooney and Ray Franklin.
And then Rosie Perez was the choreographer for the Fly Girls. Hello, Rosie Perez. I mean, come on now.
You got the genius of the Wayans family. So that's why In Living Color was so lit. Like, look at what they were working with. But rest in peace to that legend. One of my favorite albums he did in the early 90s. You can find the streaming. It's called Race. Obviously, listen to that shit. Put the kids to bed because Paul Mooney, his mouth on that. If I'm easily offended by the word, I'm gonna say if he's offended by the word nigga, he says it a lot on that.
A lot because then he says it 100 times to keep his teeth tight.
Says it in that on the end.
Yeah, I remember hearing that joke. I remember hearing that. Yeah,
100 times every morning. It makes my teeth white. He says. So and what's funny about that, which is what happened on the album, and people that have seen, I've never saw Paul Mooney live, but people that have seen him live said it happened all the time, that he would get so offensive that white folks in the audience would actually walk out and shit. Like, and I believe that shit. Because somebody walked out on the during the album on the tape. He said, "Look, this white lady's walking out right now." Like, shit. He's like, because he would be like so offensive that the white people, they would walk out in the middle of it. Like, I can see that.
He said that truth. He dropped that truth serum. He dropped it. And
they, I guess to say, I'm not sitting there listening to 2 hours to this shit. They would walk the fuck out in the middle, paid their money, but would walk out on the show and shit. That's how offensive Mooney was. So
I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's what I said. That album, like, it's called Race. Is like, check it out. Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out. Like I said, obviously,
put the kids to bed. Like I said. Yes,
I
want to say it came over around like 94-ish. I want to say it was,
which I would not have been old enough to listen to at the time. I would not have been old enough myself.
I had the cassette tape.
Yeah, I wasn't old enough to listen to that in 94.
I didn't listen to it in front of Mom. Obviously, I had it on my Walkman. I had it on.
Your Walkman.
She'd be laughing and she'd be like, "What you laughing at?" Like, nothing.
Nothing, Mama.
What's
because I wasn't old enough to listen to that.
What's so funny? Doug Banks says something on the radio funny. I'd be like that. We're listening to Paul Mooney's album. No, that's not really good.
Tom Joyner. Tom Joyner had me rolling.
But that's all. But let's wrap this up. Get the hell up out of here. Not another podcast. Appreciate everybody supporting us. If you want to support us further, here's how. Give our Facebook fan page a like. Also subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. I'm talking about Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Also get at us on YouTube, a little something like I think I can work with that.
My surprise face.
And on your Amazon Alexa devices, do that for us as well. And you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how to get down with me on my social media.
And you can check me out, MSIMAH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, STR8GULEY1 on Twitter, STR8GULEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later. Bye. I'm gone.